From the Yonkers Statesman, October 30th, 1916. Headline: Taft Thursday, used Friday. William Howard Taft, former President of the United States, will be the principal speaker at the mass meeting to be held at Phillipsburg Hall Thursday night under the auspices of the local Republican Campaign Committee. Ex-President Taft is always an interesting speaker, and there's little doubt that the announcement of his intention to speak in Yonkers, where he has been heard on several occasions, will attract a large number of Democrats as well as Republicans. It is expected that the seating capacity of the hall will be overtaxed. Former Governor Charles E. Hughes, the Republican candidate for the presidency, will come to Yonkers Friday afternoon. He is scheduled to make an address in the Warburton Theater at 5 o'clock following a short reception at which Yonkers-sites will have the opportunity of greeting him. Headline: Steamer Mariana was torpedoed. A number of Americans believed to have been aboard the ship. The British steamer Mariana, of more than 5,000 tons, engaged in transatlantic service, has been sunk near the Irish coast. A London dispatch states the American embassy there has received a report from the American consul at Queenstown that the ship was torpedoed without warning. The Mariana reached Glasgow from Baltimore and Newport News, Virginia, October 10th. Her destination on her new voyage is not reported. A number of Americans are believed to have been aboard, the London dispatches state, but the Americans, if any, probably were members of the crew, as the steamer was not in the passenger service. From Newport News, Virginia, it was reported that 50 Americans were aboard the steamship Mariana when she sailed. Later, only 34 of the crew of 104 on the Mariana have been picked up and landed at Crookhaven, Ireland. A private dispatch from Crookhaven says a number of Americans on the Mariana have been drowned. The American consul at Queenstown also reported today to the American embassy the sinking on October 26th of the British steamship Rowanmore. The vessel was torpedoed. 7 Americans, including 5 Filipinos, were aboard. Affidavits say the lifeboats were shelled without loss of life. Both British and French on the Somme front report a successful continuation of the efforts to drive the point of the wedge created by the prolonged offensive further into the German lines. This point now projects across the Péronne-Bapaume. Last night the French again struck the German frontier and, according to Paris, captured a system of trenches. Headline: Warns against damage to cars. Traffic on South Broadway line continues without interruption. Passengers who rode in the trolley car sent out of the barns of the Yonkers Railroad Company yesterday beheld large posters plastered against the windows announcing that a reward of $100 will be paid for evidence resulting in the arrest and conviction of any person interfering in any way with the operation of the cars or who tamper with the tracks, poles, or wires of this company. Under Section 1991 of the New York State Penal Code, a person who willfully displaces, loosens, or removes any rail, switch, wire connected with any railway company, or by other means attempts to damage any car, is punishable by imprisonment from 5 to 20 years. Policemen say that a wholesome fear of the consequences of violating this law was largely responsible for yesterday's tranquility. 5 cars were sent out yesterday, 2 policemen on the vestibule of each car. 1 motorcycle policeman followed each trolley. Recently, the company's feed wires on Yonkers Avenue were decorated with wash boilers, tin cans, and other things, and now the Riverdale Avenue line has been decorated in a like manner. At Fernbrook Street, a tin lard can attached by a length of string to an old shoe sways in the breeze. Milk cans, dishpans, and wash boilers clank together in testimony of the animosity of strikers or their sympathizers. And that's the news from Yonkers 100 years ago today.